Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Now Tester video. So in this video, I'll be sharing lots of tricks and tips to you guys as usual. So these are different accounts and we are demolishing a couple of Division 1 opponents, and as you can see, there are a few of Division 1 opponents in my Division 4 and we did it flawless, 3-0, 3-0. I just conceded one goal. The trick I want you guys to know is, first and foremost, you need a couple of players that has weak foot usage, that is regularly, and then very high weak foot accuracy. It's very important. A couple of these players are inside the previous gameplays, but on this account we have Kurov, we have Ronaldo. Ronaldo is occasionally for weak foot isn't bad. He would be using a strong foot most of the time as compared to regularly, but Ronaldo has knuckle shot, which is bad for him. Neymar is perfect occasionally and very high is also good. You can also use Neymar at the AMF spots. The only downside about Ronaldo is the knuckle shot. He would be doing knuckle shot most often, but there is a way to use them if you realize that his knuckle shot activates most of the time. Now the other trick is with GKs. You need only GKI pants. GKI pants would make your goalkeeper play the short or the long ball into your opponent's field. The GK low punt skill cancels the GK high punt effect, so you need goalkeepers that have only GKI punt. For defenders, you need only defenders that don't have blocker. If you have defenders that have blocker, there is a way you should play. But right now, this account, all these defenders do not have blocker skill except the epic card on the right side. So this is Kante. He doesn't have blocker skill, although he has aerial superiority. And it's very important that you use defenders that either have no blocker or have blocker. If they have blocker, you have to defend in a certain way. But for the purpose of this video, I'm using defenders that do not have the blocker skill, and you can see how they play in this video. And I really recommend that if you're having issues playing this game, just remove the blocker skill or use players that do not have the blocker skill, because it's very difficult to defend with the blocker skill. Okay, so try using defenders that do not have the blocker skill, and let me know how it works for you inside the Telegram channel. So when defending with this kind of players that do not have the blocker skill, it's very important to know that you won't be able to block shots. So you'd have to move in a way that you are going to intercept for the ball. Okay, you are moving to intercept rather than moving in a way to block. That is what the blocker skill does, but I don't have the blocker skill on these players, which is the best. And one importance of not having a blocker skill is, particularly in laggy matches, you would be so as you can see, Ronaldo uses right foot to play that curl shot. That is why we need players that have regularly weak foot usage. That would have prevented that issue that occurred whereby Ronaldo used this right foot to play that control shot. So that's one reason why you should use regularly. So as I was saying, for players without blocker skill, you have to play in a way that you are going to enter into your opponent instead of going to intercept the ball. If you want to intercept the ball rather than entering into your opponent, what you use is blocker skill. Blocker skill allows you to block without entering into your opponent. But if we are removing the blocker skill, what we have to do is we enter into our opponent to intercept. Okay, so that is basically how I'm going to defend in this particular match. And Ruben Diaz is the only player who has blocker skill on this team. Nice. So we give a true pass all the way to Kurov, and pass to Kurov, do a curled shot, and the curled shot took so long. That is how laggy this match is. Even though it seems smooth, it's still lagging. Okay, and so far so good. Everything is going on smoothly. See the way I'm moving backwards. Nice. So even though they don't have blocker skill, you just have to know how to use them and you'd be fine. You'd be good to go. And Van Den Eyck. Alright, then we go backwards. So right now I have to enter into my opponent. You see what I just did over there? I entered into my opponent. There are certain situations you have to enter into your opponent. If you miss it, you miss. It's not so accurate, so you'd have to get the timing right. It's not so accurate in the sense that it's easy to miss. It's very easy to miss, so you'd have to do your timings right. And if you miss, it is what it is. Don't get bothered by it. This matchup 10 is so hard because you have to get it accurate. That is what makes this matchup 10 very hard, because the players are moving in a certain way that is nonsensible, so you have to get the movement right. If you don't get it right, then that is what would lead to your opponent having a chance to score you. So we move backwards, or yeah, we can maybe move forward. Nice interception by Kanti, and true pass. Okay. And one more thing I forgot to tell you guys is use defenders that have one touch pass, or give your defenders one touch pass skill. It enables them to pass the ball better. So I can, the pass here delayed because of lag, even though the defender has one touch pass skill. And oh my days, that was a fantastic whatever by the goalkeeper. Nice clearance. This is lag. There are some matches that your device will be running smooth, but it's still lagging. This is one of those kind of matches, and we have to enter into our opponent. Nice one. Just have to give the true pass to Tammy Abraham, and then there was lag. As soon as you're about to score, that is when there would be a lag. Okay, we clear. Matchup is very, very difficult, so you have to avoid the situations that would make you to match up. So try and clear as much as possible. So when you clear, you make your opponent try to match up. Okay, when you clear, your opponent is the one who has to match up. So if he's the one who has to match up, he has to do it right. And matching up it's so hard in the sense that you have to get it accurate. If you don't get it accurate, bye bye. Sometimes it's very easy for certain opponents that are not playing in it, in the sense that because they have a smooth internet connection, they'll just be holding any direction at all and their matchup would work perfectly. That is another negative thing about the matchup. However, this game is shitty because of the matchup. That's the entire reason why this game is bad. Although it's fun sometimes. It's fun when your opponent is also playing for fun, when you're not actually rank pushing and you're just testing stuff here and there. That is when it's fun. But even with that, when you play for a long time, it still gets boring, because you just have to clear as a tactics. Okay, yeah, you just have to clear as a tactics to attack your opponent. It's annoying. Why should I clear? Even though it just worked. The clear tactic just worked. Even though it worked, it's still annoying, boring, it's everything. But that's the only option you have, and such a lucky match. So we move backwards and move. Nice true pass. Let's see if you can get another third goal. Move backwards. All right, now we have to enter into our opponent. Enter. Okay, we entered over there. That's the annoying thing about the matchup. It's not so accurate. So guys, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. It would probably just be a gameplay, no voiceover. Join the Telegram channel, link inside the video description. And the Telegram